guys, welcome to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, then hi, welcome. This Q&A is a little bit different because all the questions that I am answering were entries to a giveaway that I hosted. Stay tuned for more, by the way, because it turned out to be pretty popular. You guys loved it. I had so many people enter. I can't actually believe the amount of people that entered. So I have accumulated quite a lot of questions. A lot of them were kind of the same, so I'm hoping I've answered most of them. Instead of choosing just a select few and answering them really in depth, I'm just going to try and quick fire them out and just get as many answered as possible. So I'll leave your question on the screen, I'll answer it, and then I'll move straight on to the next one. Okay? We'll see how this goes. So I've got all the questions on my laptop in front of me. I did answer the winners' questions in my weekly vlog. If you haven't seen it, I'll link my weekly vlogs down below. Okay, I'm just going to jump straight in there with one of the juicy ones, and it was, at what age did you have your first kiss? I was 13. If not makeup, then what would you build your career in? I don't know. Well, makeup, fashion, lifestyle, I kind of look at, so it's not just makeup. Although I love makeup, I'm literally looking at all my makeup in front of me. I love it. I have a slight obsession. But no, I also love animals, so maybe a career. I mean, when I was younger, I always wanted to be a vet or something like that. Then I was too squeamish and not intelligent enough. But yeah, I like animals. Maybe something along the lines of doggy daycare or dog walking or something like that. That would be fun. How did you meet Tom? I had so many people ask this question. Okay, so I met Tom when I was living in Manchester whilst I just graduated from uni, got a job in Manchester. Went out on the town one night and bumped into him, and I'd actually met him previously through a mutual friend at, again, another night in Manchester. And I honestly, first impressions was more, he's a party animal, it's not going to suit me at all. And he does socialise a lot, he does go out a lot, but he's so different to what my first impressions were of him. So yeah, a night out in Manchester. What are your top tips for taking good Instagram pictures? Now, I've thought about doing maybe a how I edit my Instagram pictures, because it tended to be quite a popular question. Instagram is something that I'm happy to take pictures with just from my phone rather than a decent camera. I am trying to get more into, especially when we move back into Manchester city centre, which, if you don't know, I'm living north of Manchester city centre right now, currently about half an hour away, but we are looking to move back into the city at some point this year, hopefully, fingers crossed. So especially then, when I do that, I am in contact with a few other bloggers and photographers that would like to do shoots with me, so, and vice versa, I do shoots with them. Kind of vloggers work like that. So I am looking to get better with my Instagram pictures, but if you don't follow my Instagram, it's Freya Farrington 1. I do lots of inspo type pictures and outfit ideas and all sorts of stuff. So top tips for taking good Instagram pictures: simply, iPhone camera works for me fine. I always put it on the square mode so you know what's going to be in the shot, and then edit it. Personally, I edit it with Facetune, because I whiten a lot of my pictures, mostly whiten it, a little bit of touch-ups, and then Visco filter. I'm currently using, I think it's T1 I use. I've just changed it up, so let me know if you noticed the difference. But yeah, I've just changed it to, I think it's T1. Where did you live when you lived in Virginia? I lived in a place called Yorktown near Williamsburg. If you know it, let me know. Will you do meetups in the future? Yes, definitely. I would love to do meetups in the future. I don't feel like I'm anywhere near big enough to do any kind of meetup. If any of you are from the Manchester area, I'm going to an event in like around lunchtime, between about 10 and 12, in the new Next store in Arndale. So if you're around, come say hi. I would love to meet some of you, especially you Mancunians who, if you're based around the area, you might as well come say hi, right? And there's going to be more bloggers there as well. So yeah, let me know April 12th if you're around. Question, who's your favourite YouTuber? I have so many. YouTubers I love on the regular are Coney Jolies. I absolutely love watching their daily vlogs. Have done for years, since, like, if any of you know them, before Amelia was born. I started watching a little bit more of Tammy Hembrow's vlogs and the Ace family's vlogs as well, because I just love watching family vloggers. In terms of beauty, love Jamie Genevieve, and also now she vlogs, so I love her weekly vlogs. Fleur de Force, Scarlett London, Misha Grimes, Imagination, Holly Boone. Okay, so Zoe's vlogs. She's definitely not one of the smaller YouTubers. Lydia Elise Millen, Laura Blair, Tashi Tinks, love her videos. Madison Sarah is a newbie that I've started watching. Fashion Mumbler, Hannah Renee, Kate's Beauty Station, M. Sheldon, Kate Manane, Samantha Maria, she's like one of my old-time favourites, Tama, Lucy Jessica Carter and her sister Elle Darby. I mean, there's just so many, I could keep going. Naomi Victoria. I mean, okay, there's loads. There's loads. I watch a lot of YouTube. What's your top 5 films? 5? Okay, so old school, Matilda, Titanic. I love, in terms of Disney, Lion King's my favourite, and then thriller films I love watching, but they're never like memorable, if you know what I mean. If you could have any pets, what would you have and what would they be called? I was talking about this with Tom earlier, in fact yesterday. We're like dog people. I would love to have a dog one day, and I would actually love to have 2. I'd love an Alsatian and I'd love a golden retriever, like a really white one. And I think I would call them like Simba and Nala, something like that, hence The Lion King being my favourite Disney movie. Will you be doing a house tour soon, and is your house you're in right now your forever home? It's definitely not our forever home. I would be happy to live here forever, but I just know that we won't stay here forever. I also will be doing a house tour very soon, so stay tuned for that. What was it that made you want to blog/vlog, and how did you go about starting? So I've actually been watching YouTube for years, literally for about 7 or 8 years. I first started up a YouTube channel when I went abroad and travelled for a year with part of my university degree. As part of the degree, we had to blog our time. So I kind of discovered YouTube through that. I then discovered a whole fashion beauty community, started up my own channel, epic fail, all privatised now, and then 2-3 years ago I started up Freya Farrington blog, and then decided to bring it to YouTube last year. What's your favourite mascara? Lancome's Hypnose. What's your favourite makeup brand? Probably as a whole I really like NARS. What's your favourite perfume? Okay, so I recently discovered, if you watched my World Duty Free vlog and haul that we did before Christmas, a load of bloggers went to World Duty Free, picked up this Jo Malone Myrrh and Tonka. It's in the black bottle, so it's like the Cologne Intense. It's in, I'm gonna have to have a smell. Oh, it's so good! You know when you just have a fragrance that you absolutely love? That's mine. What is your favourite concealer, drugstore and high-end? Okay, so drugstore, I really like the Collection one. I use it in the lightest shade, and then high-end, probably the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use it in Chantilly, which again I think is the lightest. Tom Hardy or Channing Tatum? This one's brilliant because they are probably my 2 favourite movie stars. Tom Hardy more recently, Channing Tatum was old school when he was in She's the Man, and then he did the Step Up dancing movies, then he did Magic Mike. Ugh, just Channing Tatum. I'm probably gonna have to say Channing Tatum. What's your favourite Disney character and why? If I could go with Lion King, then I'd have to say Simba. What's your least favourite makeup purchase? I'm gonna go with a makeup product, like as in an application product, and it's the silicone sponge. I just couldn't get on with it, didn't enjoy it at all, and would never repurchase one. What would you rather have, legs as long as your fingers or fingers as long as your legs? I love this question. I would rather have fingers as long as my legs, because then I could like reach things easier. Yeah, maybe, rather than little legs that would take me ages to get anywhere. What's your favourite lip product? My favourite lip product is the lip oils from Clarins. Heaters or tacos? Fajitas. And in particular, chicken fajitas. Which YouTube videos do you most enjoy doing, and what's your favourite shop for homeware? Okay, so the first question, I love doing vlogs. I think because it's just so natural. I love watching them, especially travelling when I'm out and about visiting different countries. When I'm visiting different countries, it's amazing for me to be able to look back on them. Whether or not anyone viewed them, even if I privatised them or just had 0 views, I'd still be happy filming and editing them because it's so nice for me to look back on. Oh, and what's your favourite shop for homeware? Probably HomeSense. What do you do on days you don't feel like doing any work? How do you get out of those days? I honestly, doing this doesn't feel like work to me. So I suppose days where I'm feeling a bit under the weather, the idea of bringing out a camera is just like, ugh, no. But if I've already got pre-filmed content, then I'm happy editing, uploading, like I enjoy doing that. So I have to be in the mood to film maybe because I have to have my hair washed, my makeup on. I don't have to. You'll see more in the vlogs. I don't always have hair and makeup done. But for like main videos, I have to kind of like plan it around lighting as well because I use natural lighting. I am thinking of getting a ring light though. But yeah, how do I get out of those days? I think sometimes it's important to just take the days off, and then I find I get more motivated doing more work, i.e. watching more YouTube. I'm like watching other people's creations. I'm like, oh, that's so inspiring. That really inspires me to create better quality content. Which is your best ever Primark purchase? Probably my like Borg shearling denim coat, just because I've got the most wear out of it. What's the one life lesson you've learned that you could teach everyone? To make sure you do what you enjoy and to be selfish with who you want to be with and surround yourself with positive people. If you're happy, life's amazing. If you're surrounding yourself with negativity, or you're in a job that you really don't enjoy, or you're in a relationship that's bringing you down, get out of it. You can find a better job, you can find a better boyfriend, you can find other friends. Like for me as well, friendship's been a big thing because I've moved around quite a lot throughout my growing up, hence why somebody asked why do I not have a Mancunian accent. That's why, because I've grown up like all over the show with being in a military family. So keeping hold of like friends that mean something to you is important. Has any opportunities come about because of your YouTube channel, such as going to events or traveling? Yes, all the time. If you watch my weekly vlogs, I pretty much document them all over on there. So every Sunday I upload in the morning a weekly vlog from the week before. So if that's your kind of thing, then definitely subscribe. What's your favourite season of the year? Probably autumn. I love Christmas and winter, so I love that transition through Halloween and everything like that. Right now I'm thinking no, spring, summer, like get me to summer right now. But honestly, once we've had summer and I'm over that, autumn makes me feel, I'm so excited for autumn. And all the scents, the pumpkin spice latte. Oh my god, pumpkin spice latte. How old were you when you had your first boyfriend? So my first kiss that I mentioned when I was 13, he was my first boyfriend from 13 up until about, I think I was with him for about 2.5, 3 years. If you could get any celebrity to give you a makeover, who would it be? I think it would have to be Kim Kardashian's makeup artist Mario. I just love her makeup. It's still fairly natural, even though, okay, it's heavy contour and everything like that. There's not loads of colour and experimenting with that. I just love how naturally beautiful she looks. So I think I would have him give me a makeover. How many places have you travelled to? So again, kind of growing up in military lifestyle, we've lived in America, I've also lived in France, we've lived all up and down the country, we've travelled quite a lot, we've had a lot of experience through like with family. Growing up in our family, we went to South Africa. That was one of my favourite places I've ever visited. Marrakesh was beautiful, that I went to last year with Tom for my birthday. This year we've already been to Barcelona and to Naples, Sorrento, which we've done vlogs for. I've also went to Barbados last year, which was amazing, which I vlogged the whole time as well. So I have travelled quite a lot and very grateful for it, obviously. Would you rather live 120 years that are comfortable but boring, or live half as long and have an exciting adventure-packed life? I feel like it has to be a shorter life, but you've had a great one. Surely. Do you want to go to the Philippines? Yeah, why not? I love the idea of going to the Philippines because I love watching It's Judy's Life. Just like when we went to Sorrento and we were staying in the hotel next to where the Saucony Jolies stay, I was like, oh, fangirling. So yeah, I would love to visit the Philippines. I'd love to visit so many more countries. Okay, so what's your favourite cocktail? So I'm not a big drinker, but when I do go for a cocktail, I love a margarita because I really like that bitter, tangy tequila, lime, salt. Yum. Would you rather live in a small house with 10 people living in it, or a mansion with 3 people? For me, I'd rather a mansion with 3 people. Not just for this like size of the house, but I don't know, living with loads of people, getting on top of each other, in each other's space. I'm not that sociable naturally. I would probably rather live with just 3 people because I also like my own space as well. I like quietness, calmness, peacefulness. keep things tidy and organised in the way I like it, and I feel living with 10 people in a small confined area would just stress me out. What do you think about veganism? What's to think about veganism? I think it's great if you're a vegan. I think it's great if you're not a vegan. I think if it's for health reasons, great. If it's for personal reasons, great. If you just want to test yourself, great. I have thought about maybe trying veganism, but honestly, I think I could easily be a vegetarian, but vegan, I think it wouldn't come naturally to me. What product would you seriously stockpile if you found out they weren't going to sell it anymore? Probably, I mean, something that I use on the regular would be Clarins BB cream for my foundation. I don't wear foundation every day. I've not got any on now. I always wear that. And then I always wear Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, and bronzers I could change up, blushes I could change up. Highlights, I actually really like the Illuminating Drops by Iconic London, but I do feel like there's different alternatives you could use. Same with lip products, although I do love the Clarins lip oil as well. But yeah, probably any of those. Being transgender, I'm always trying to watch new YouTube videos and get new products to build my collection, learn how to do makeup. What's the hardest part of makeup you find doing? Personally, my brows. I've never been able to do amazing eyebrows. Do you have a daily/weekly fitness routine? You always look in such good shape. Thanks. I don't feel like I'm in good shape, but I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy working out. Sometimes the thought of it is like, ugh, no. And also, I'm not like an avid gym goer where I count macros. I do like loads of weight sessions. I probably should learn how to do that a bit more. But I would definitely consider doing maybe like a health fitness routine type video. Let me know if you'd be interested. What animal would be cutest if scaled down to the size of a cat? This is so funny. Probably because I love lions so much, maybe a lion, or maybe like a little bear, because it would be like a little teddy bear. Do you have any mental issues, anxiety or depression? If so, do you take medications for it? Yes and no. Yes, I suffer with anxiety and depression, or have done in the past, and battle with it, but like I'm fine, I'm in a good place right now. I've never taken medication for it. I have seen doctors several times on several occasions. Sometimes even just to chat about it helps. So I wouldn't say I have severe anxiety, severe depression, but it started when I was about 14-ish, when I was in a relationship that I was probably too young for. I was also going through GCSEs. I didn't feel particularly stressed or anything, but all my symptoms, my lack of appetite, unable to be in social situations or not happy in social situations, even just going to a shopping mall, would stress me out. It all boiled down to the fact that when the doctor said, you have anxiety and mild depression, I was like, what? I'm a 14-year-old, I've got the rest of my life ahead of me, I'm not depressed. But yeah, I've never been medicated for it. I feel like I don't have it enough, it's not severe enough to be medicated, but it's definitely something that I've always, anxiety in particular, is something that I've always had, and I now know I always will have. It's just something I deal with. But if you want a more in-depth video about that, then let me know. Did you ever get bullied in high school? How did you overcome it? Yes, not so much high school. It was more when I think I was about 12, 13. I had one day in particular, which I'll never forget, where, in fact it was a bit more than a day, but one girl in particular in the year, she won't even remember it, but she made sure that every single person in our year didn't speak to me. I don't know why, I just never understood it, but I just felt so alone, so down because of it. And how did I overcome it? Ignored it. Don't hate the haters, just let them be, and they've probably got their own issues themselves anyway, and I'm fine, I'm in a happy place right now. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Check my phone. Have you met any celebrities or singers? If so, who were they? I feel like I have met quite a few celebrities, especially when I was in Manchester going out quite a lot. There's a lot of what I would class as Z-listers, if you know what I mean, reality stars, things like that I've met. Biggest celebrity I've probably ever met, when I was much younger, David Beckham, but I barely remember that. When I was at Man United, I used to look after Wayne Rooney and his family. I have also met Justin Bieber in Barbados. I met him a couple of times whilst we were there. What advice you would say to your 18-year-old self? Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. favourite place of the world, favourite holidays you've been on and why. Again, I've got lots of holiday vlogs that I've done, but South Africa when I was much younger, that's probably one that stands out in my head and definitely one that I want to go back to with Tom. Did you pass your driving test the first time? If not, how many times did you take it? I actually did pass first time, and we were talking about this the other day as well, me and Tom. I did pass first time, but I did get 13 minors. Would you rather be able to make and post YouTube videos but never watch anyone else's channel, or watch any channel and not have one of your own? That honestly is probably one of the hardest questions, because I absolutely, one of my favourite things to do to relax is to watch YouTube videos. But I love the fact that you can build your own career, and okay, it's slow and steady and hopefully gonna get there one day and be really successful on YouTube, but I still feel like I would rather have my own channel, create content, and then just learn to get obsessed with all the different series on Netflix and just take my mind off the fact that I can't watch anyone else's YouTube videos. This is a brilliant question. As a fellow Mancunian, the burning question is red sauce or brown sauce on your bacon butty? Me, red sauce. Tom would have both. Is that weird? Have you ever got suspended from your school? If so, what for? Yeah, I got suspended. How old was I? Probably about, I don't know how much I should say. Okay, yes, I got suspended. I was at a boarding school. We snuck out one night. We used to do it all the time. They just didn't know. And when they finally caught us, we got suspended. What is your #1 beauty trend mistake or regret? Mine was super thick eyelashes. Brilliant, mine too. But I also, when I first got into makeup, I had this blue eyeliner that I loved, and I used to just always wear blue eyeliner, nothing else. If you had a shop, what would you sell? What would you call it? I think I would have some kind of an affordable fashion, all neutrals, monochromes, lots of these kind of stone nude whites, all fairly affordable but really good quality. What would I call it? I don't know, I'd have to think about that. Have you ever wanted to skydive or bungee jump? And if you had to do one, which would you do? I would rather skydive than bungee jump. I think the idea of free falling scares me, but the idea of free falling upside down, even if it's just for a split second on a bungee, would scare me more. So I'd rather skydive. In fact, I have no desire to bungee jump, but I would consider doing a skydive. When is your next holiday? Loved your last vlogs abroad. Oh, thanks. I don't know. I've not got anything planned yet. We are looking. I'm thinking of maybe doing like a girly trip at some point in the summer with a few of my girlfriends. So, suggestions on where's good to go that has hot weather in the summer, maybe not too far, fairly affordable. We're more about the coming back with a tan rather than going out all the time. We're all in relationships, so we all just want to relax, recuperate, have a good girly holiday. So I need some suggestions. Okay, this is the last question. You and Tom seem to have great date nights and quality time together. How do you ensure you have time to fit these in? Thanks. I think it's important for a relationship to make quality time together. I personally, we both work for ourselves, so we both are quite flexible in terms of when and where we can do date days or date nights. But yeah, it is important to make time for each other. I think that's one of the key things about making a relationship work. And then obviously we've made a couple of trips away together, so I love doing that. I mean, we went away in January and in March, and it was nice to have a couple of days where I knew it was going to be just us two. So that is all the questions that I'm going to be answering today. If you have any more for me, please leave them below. I'm more than happy to answer back to you guys in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well if you want more Q&A videos from me in the future. And as always, I will leave all my social media links down below for you to go ahead and check them out and go and follow me over on there. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye guys!